Chernobyl is an HBO TV miniseries. It's only 5 episodes, and again, it's on HBO, great TV network, personally my favorite. But Chernobyl is based on a true story. It is the events that happened in April 1986, in which an explosion happened at Chernobyl nuclear power plant in the Union of Soviet Union. Now, with this happening, it became one of the worst man-made catastrophes. And in 5 episodes, they broke it down and they showed us as the audiences everything that occurred. This is a great TV show. I'm not even going to just go into all the details as to why it's great, because you can see across the board that so many people love this show, and it's because of the authenticity. It feels very realistic. It feels like nothing was made up almost, other than the fact that the accents, clearly weren't British, but the filmmakers already addressed that. They said, even before the show aired, that they decided to use that so that American audiences could watch it without subtitles. And so that way it wouldn't be distracting that there were any, bad Russian accents or whatnot. And I appreciate that. I'm glad that they did that. I know it's almost like dumbing down, the audience, but at the same time, this is a show that needs to be seen by everyone. It really does. And that's why I am fine with that poetic license. Everything else, it seems historically accurate. I'm not going to lie. The way that they approach this show, it's very cold. Like the characters, it's very procedural-like. Like you don't really know much about these characters. You really don't, other than what's occurring at the reactors and everything that's around it. There's not much time to say, yeah, I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, and yeah, my dad doesn't really like me. There's nothing like that. There's no backstory like that. It just goes right into it, and it builds and builds. You care about the characters, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, these characters, they're all to support this incredibly disturbing story. And it works so well, because these characters are very well acted. I mean, you have Jared Harris in the lead role, and he is incredible, easily Emmy-worthy. Stellan Skarsgård, who I love as well, he's great in the show. And then Emily Watson is also great. And each episode, it's almost like a different genre. Like the first episode is like a thriller. It reminded me a little bit of Dunkirk in a ways, from the score, the foreboding cinematography, the nuanced dialogue, just all of that, the lack of dialogue, I should say, too. And then you have episode 2 to 4 focusing on all these different characters, as well as obviously the 3 main actors that I mentioned, but all go about the procedure of Chernobyl and the cause and effect of it. And then obviously episode 5 is the courtroom drama that happened after all that. So you have each episode that's a different genre, but it doesn't feel forced, and it doesn't feel as though it's a part of a different show. It's all meshed together, and it makes a lot of sense. And it's incredible to watch. Truly it is. But it's not just because of the character and story. You also are backed up by incredible technical aspects. You have a score that, as I already mentioned, is foreboding, reminding me of Dunkirk. You have cinematography that is very cold, eerie, and perfect. You have a production design that's backed up and looks very 80s-esque, which is, obviously supposed to be. You have pitch-perfect pacing each episode. You get the full thrilling and dramatic aspects. And it's great. It's really a show that I can't really find flaws. I really can't. Because it's the type of show that the historical authenticity, the acting, the technical aspects, the storytelling, it all just meshes together and it works 100% well. This is why I love HBO. I love HBO shows, but this is why. Because they know how to put together shows. Even if you don't love their shows, they still know how to bring it all together. And I think that if you are into history, or even if you want to see man-made disasters and how to stop them, this is the show to watch. This is a great show. And that's why Chernobyl, all 5 episodes, I personally will be giving a 5 out of 5-star rating, which for those like a hot sauce rating, you guessed it, it gets the good old ghost pepper rating. Again, great show. Would highly recommend. It's definitely for mature viewers, though, because it is pretty hard to watch, especially with the aftermaths of all the radiation that occurred. It's very hard to watch. But again, hard to watch is sometimes unnecessary to watch so that you can see what happened and how to avoid it. So, guys, again, that's my review for Chernobyl. What did you think of the show? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.